Welcome back. We are learning more tonight about 3 tornadoes that touched down during yesterday's storms.
That's right. So the National Weather Service confirms that one was in Coweta County and the 2 others in Carroll County. 11 Live's Galat Malamet has a first-hand look at how this National Weather Service is assessing yesterday's damage.
From that point up into here, we have debris spread.
After surveying tornado damage in Noonan, the National Weather Service Atlanta meteorologist in charge Keith Stellman says
We got lucky that it came through a largely industrial area.
Tuesday's EF1 tornado damage was mainly limited to trees.
What type of winds are required to do something like this?
So the first thing I'm going to look at on this tree is, was it older, was it diseased, was it hollowed? Because it takes a lower wind speed to do that.
Stellman says winds around 75 to 80 miles per hour likely toppled this tree in the area of Dart and Herring Roads. That's where he says the main damage is, plotting the points to determine the tornado's force and path.
I'll scroll down here to trees, and then I can say small branches or large branches.
About 30 miles away in Carroll County.
This is one of the spots we had damage with a couple roofs off some barns.
Stellman says this damage in Roopville is from an EF0 tornado.
This is probably going to be the worst of what we see. There's some areas that might be nearby that has some more extensive tree damage, but that may change the rating.
Stellman says analyzing what the tornado left behind helps his team spot future tornadoes.
When we see the damage on the ground, we can relate it back to what we saw in radar because that's all we have at the time.
Recently, we've seen an abnormal number of tornado warnings just south of I-20 and in the northwestern part of our state.
What would you say to the residents in those regions who have storm anxiety?
We're still in the heart of tornado season. It's a little more unusual to see them this late in May, but it's not totally uncommon, and we can get them this time of year.
Galat Malamet, 11 Alive News.
And our thanks to Galat for that report. And we know it's been a very busy week for the National Weather Service. They were also out there surveying damage yesterday, and they determined 1 tornado hit Coweta County, 2 tornadoes hit Gordon County on Sunday.